Good afternoon. This is Rev Carolyn of the Louisville Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you for joining me just for this short talk. I really enjoy these talks because it gives me an opportunity to share with the wider audience something that we've been talking about at the center on Sundays. And so I want to share with you, I went to a national retreat in August. And while there, I went to several workshops and heard several speakers. And I've done my best to share that with the local congregation. So last Sunday was devoted to a workshop that I went to talking about not just surviving, but thriving. Greg Braden tells us that scientifically our bodies, our beings, how they work, we are hardwired to thrive, to grow, to be happy. And so how do we do that? How do we let go of the assumed attitude that life is always involved in some sort of pain, some sort of barely getting by? And how do we move from that to really understanding that thriving is our natural state of being? So there were several things that the lady that ran it, Kathy Haas, shared with us. But one of them was about, do you see things that happen in your life as obstacles or opportunities? Because it will make all the difference in the world in how you respond to it. If you see it as an obstacle, and some of us see them as insurmountable obstacles, then they will keep you limited. They will keep you thinking that you have no control, thinking that life is hard, thinking that you'll never be content and happy because you'll never have all that you need and desire. And if you take that same event, same circumstance, same happening in your life, and look at it as an opportunity, then you look at it in a way that you know it'll work out. Spirit will, if called upon, work with you to work it out. And so your whole attitude is different. Not in that, how will I ever get past this, but in, okay, where's the opportunity in this? How can I find a way to be in an opportunity kind of situation? And so to do that is to really take control in your life. So I encourage you to consider where you're looking at things as obstacles versus opportunities. How do you see things? What is your natural state, your response? Some of us have very good responses in certain areas of our lives, but not in others. You may have be very abundant and have all the money that you need and desire, but your health is bad. Or you have all of that, but your relationships are bad. Or you have a way to be always on edge. So how can you look at that and see it as opportunity for growth versus as obstacles to who and what you want to be? One of the concepts that she talked about was doing a retake. When we look back at our lives, sometimes we see mistakes, things that we label as a mistake. And that has a whole energy around it, that we made this mistake, we caused this problem, that kind of thing. But if we take that same circumstance, step back, and do a retake, then we can look at it in new ways and see where the good is in it. Because there is always good, no matter how tragic it looks. In my life, I had an event that really showed that to me. And I've had many, but our house burned in 2009 and it was totaled. And at first it just seemed like such an obstacle, such a problem. It's overwhelming. And yet such wonderful things came from it. Friends that stepped up, the insurance company that worked with us, the ability to rebuild our home better than it had ever been. And so instead of fighting the process, I did my best to be in the process and to trust it. And it was a wonderful thing. I consider our fire to be a huge blessing in our lives. So how can you look at things in that way? They don't have to be anything as major as a house burning down, but how can you look at things as something that you can benefit from versus something that is going to hold you back? It's an idea that takes time to fully immerse itself into our lives. But every time we ask ourselves, where is the opportunity here versus crying over spilt milk, then we have moved into a different mindset, a mindset that allows Spirit to freely work with us and in us and through us. So that is what we did on Sunday. They had a workshop afterwards, and 6 people stayed. And it was wonderful because it was small enough that I got to participate, and I really like that. When it's a large group, all my energy goes into facilitation. But that small group with people that I knew really well, it was really a wonderful time. And it showed me again the importance of saying out loud what's going on in our lives. There is great healing in finding someone who will allow us to share who and what we are at our deepest levels. And that's something sometimes we have to look for. A friend that will share without trying to fix us, that they will just listen and be there for us. But it's something that we all need. Thank you for joining me. I did want to mention to you that next Sunday, Vicki Jeter, our emeritus practitioner, will be giving the talk, and she's going to incorporate the 100-acre forest from the Winnie the Pooh series into her talk. So it should be a lot of fun and be very interesting. So I encourage you to come and share that with her, or look it up on our website, because we do record all of our talks. And then the following Sunday is our social Sunday, where we come together and share a meal. Some of us bring food, some of us don't, but we all get to share and enjoy each other and the opportunity to have good conversation. So thank you again for joining me this afternoon. May you be blessed and see things as opportunities. Thank you.